Hello everybody, welcome to this playthrough for Master Division. This is a general playthrough where you will find general wins, so you will not have these wins in the tournament. In this playthrough, I will talk you through my thought process in terms of how to attack the specific holes that you're playing in the tournament. If you do enjoy the content here on the channel, please do hit the thumbs up button on the video. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you that are looking to improve your Golf Clash game even more, you can now get access to our premium guides via the QR code here on the screen or via the links that is in the description down below. Now, most of you know that we have been doing tournament guides and also tour guides in the past, and we're still doing that to this day. But new thing to the channel is that we are now providing guides for Quick 9. They are the same as Ultimate Tournament text guides that we are attacking, helping players to become better players in Quick 9. We are committing for a certain amount of Quick 9s. We're not doing for every day, but you have the link to that specific Patreon in the description down below as well. Last but not least, we do have the info box on the right hand side for the club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type I do suggest you to play with. Have in mind that those are all suggestions, and if you don't want to follow it, then you don't have to do that either. But let's go to hole number 1. Oh, we go for the hole in one. Hole number 1, we are starting with any P3 side spin 4 ball. As Kingslayer is perfect to start with. We are P3 max stress, looking at the second bounce to be just before it shows disappearing into the sand. Then we're doing a 5 backspin and 4 left spin. We're doing a hard 5 backspin, shall add as well, which is that we are going past 5 and then back. Adjust max plus 20 P0, which is 1-to-1 with a POC 8, and then we're using the small signs as our reference. This is the yellow angle, and we're looking to do 0.6 ball of left curl. Make note of the circled in reference that we do have on the guide to be accurate with the curl. Perfect ball jumps over the bunker, and we are going to have a very good chance coming in for a hole in one on this par 4. Scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the link in the description down below for a perfect start for the new season in Golf Clash. On hole number 2, we are starting with a Spartan ball if we have that possibility, because that's a ball that has power 4, side spin 0. That allows us to set the spins, which is backspin only, and then our aim point as well. If you do not have the Spartan ball, we do recommend to start with a basic ball to set the spins without having any accidental side spin. We're looking to do 1.1 backspin, which is 2 clicks more than 1 backspin. Adjust 1-to-1 minus 1, and we are in this angle into the yellow angle, and we're doing 2 clicks of left curl. So adjust 1-to-1 minus 1 means that I'm adjusting 6.6 rings for 7.6 miles per hour. The ball clips the rough and rolls up onto the green and dropping dead center for the hole in one. The aim point is P4 min line. Pack the sniper to allow for a simple min line find with our QB. Scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy for the best guides on the market and a perfect start for the new season in Golf Clash. On hole number 3, we are going to send it stretch out to max with a P5 win 0 ball. You can see that we have the right side of the white ring to be where the dark rough meets the sand. We are then setting 2 topspin boost and 1 left with our Apocalypse level 8, 2.1 with Apocalypse level 7, and 3.0 with Apocalypse level 6. This is the yellow angle, and we're going to come to that in a little bit. Adjust is going to be max plus 20 P0 for the difference between the wind and 13 miles per hour. So here we adjust 5.5 rings. Then we're going to pull back based off wind strength. So when it comes to wind strength, we're pulling back, in the high winds we're pulling back 2 yards, in the mid winds we're pulling back 1 yard, and in the low winds we're not pulling back anything. This to make sure that we are landing in a good place. You can see that the ball bounces and it will either clip the rough or bounce over the rough. And if it's not clipping the rough, it's most likely going to be at the back of the green for a wedge. Or if it clips the rough, it's either going to be on the green or it's going to be short. Obviously, there is risk for the ball to be in the rough by the green. Then just use the information that is on the slide to get yourself there. The wedge, we do recommend to play with no spin all the time, and the reason we do that is because using the top spin boost wedge may not be possible from certain places depending on where you roll out to. Sure, you can still try, and I've listed a suggested adjustment for that in the guide, but I will myself be more focused on the no spin to a start if I'm not having a very good landing area. So make sure to scrub the landing area if your intention is to play with a top spin boost. Scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the description down below for a perfect start of the new season in Golf Clash. On the drive, we are going to start with a P3 ball to find absolute max line. And then we're looking to have the right side of the yellow ring, or like the bottom right side of the yellow ring, to be by the sand. And then we're swapping to any P4, side spin 2 plus, wind 4 or wind 5 ball. Here you can see that I'm going to make an adjustment that is max plus 10 P3. And when it comes to the spins here, we shall be using 2 top spin, not 1.5. 2 top spin, 2 right spins, so simple. Then we're gonna go full blast overpower with approximately 2.25 ball of right curl with the center line down in the center of the triangle. Grades on either side has been safe. I would say a double grade right will most likely clip the rough. I mean, that's kind of how I judge it. I haven't hit it, but that's an estimation that I do get. We're looking to be to around 375 yards. When playing with the Thorn, we're going to play rings from min. So what I would recommend to do is to set 0.2 top spin and 0.2 right spin to have the spins correct based off having a perfect drive to start with. Then you don't have to mess around as I'm doing here, tweaking the spins due to me not being positioned correctly. We're gonna push up rings from min up to what we have the top of the white ring to be by the fringe, and then we want to be into the funnel. If we do need to correct the spins, don't be afraid to do so. The spins will vary, especially if you hit a great left or a great right drive. Every ring you push up with Thorn is 1% slider, and we'll play 20% elevation, P4 numbers, and we're dropping it dead center for a lovely eagle. Again, you can play this play with any P4, side spin 2 plus, wind 4 or wind 5 ball for that matter, and you're gonna see yourself having a very good chance for an eagle. Get our guide on patreon.com/golfclashtommy now with a discounted price for players from UK and from US. Take your game to the next level with our ultimate tournament text guides for the Coastal Horizons 9-hole Cup. In this 9-hole Cup, we are doing a Master Division guide, and as always, free-to-play ball alternatives on every single hole, combined with some payball alternatives as well. Catering not only to the max clubs, going down to Apocalypse of 5 plus, going down to Extra Mile level 9, obviously, some other clubs when it comes to playing the par 3s. The good thing with this 9-hole Cup is that for those of you that do have it included in your package, will obviously get it included for this one as well. For those that do have a package, or for those that do not have a package, make sure to read the package description to make sure to get into a cup package that do include the 9-hole Cup, but obviously the 18-hole Cups as well. Last but not least, nowadays you can do a one-time purchase on our platform, so if you're only looking to get access to this particular tournament and no other tournament, then you can buy access to this particular tournament via our shop on patreon.com/golfclashtommy or via the latest post that we do have on the platform as well. So make sure to check it out. Coastal Horizons 9-hole Cup. Use the link in the description down below or scan the QR code. On hole number 2, we're going to do a rough bump, and we're gonna go 3.2 top spin and 2 left spin. Blue ring by the rough line with the ball guideline just to the hole. Adjustment is going to be 1-to-1 minus 0.8, which is 6.4 rings for 7.2 miles per hour. We do have the lowest possible wind here, and here in hindsight we should be using a little click of left curl to compensate for the low wind, which gives us the reason to why we are dropping on the right side of the pin. Perfect ball it is, and you can see here that you have loads of room in this rough by hitting great left and great right. It rolls up onto green, and again it drops right side just because we do have the lower wind and doesn't get the wind push. Obviously, when it comes to par 3s, we do have wind angles to tweak for as well. Get our guide on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. On the drive on hole number 5, we're gonna do an NMT with a poke, and we're gonna go 6 top spin and 2 left spin. Here we do recommend that you do play with a P3 ball. This as the second shot, you may be slightly short if so. Adjust, we are going to make an adjustment that is 1-to-1, which is max plus 20 P0 with anything else and a poke 8. Center the ball, then we go down to circle drop over power, and we're looking to get to around 350 yards. On the second shot, now we are going to do a top white ring pin check, and with our sniper, and that is +9. We're gonna have +9 and +10 as our base. We're looking to use 3 backspin and half a bar of left spin. Now, the position here, we're gonna look for the second bounce to be just onto the green with the ball guideline 1 green square short of the hole. This will be outside the funnel. Have that in mind. So it doesn't matter if you look for the funnel or not, you shall not. Only focus on the position, because with this wind angle, we do want to position ourselves that much left, because with our adjust and then the wind combined, we will put ourselves into the funnel, and we do this to allow ourselves to aim for the pin without having to offset. Now we're gonna play 100% slider minus 5% elevation, P2 number, so max distance, and that is from +9 and +10. Center the ball and hit perfect, and this ball would bounce nicely, and then rolls with a good speed right at pin for an albatross here in hole number 5. Get our guide on patreon.com/golfclashtommy for pro, expert and master division. On the drive here on hole number 7, option 1, starting with a QB and a Marlin ball, P0 max rest. We do a 1 left spin and a hard 2 backspin. We are then swapping to a poke and sniper bag. Sorry, it doesn't have to be hard 2 backspin, it's on the approach, so just ignore that. We're gonna do a 2 backspin and then 1 left spin. Swapping to any wind 5 ball that has power 0 to power 3, side spin 2 plus wind 5 ball. 1.5 ball of left curl just before circle drop, and we're looking to be somewhere around 274 to 279 yards. On the second shot, we are playing based off a drive distance. We're setting a hard 2 backspin and a little bit more than 1 left spin. 1.2 left spin is how I judge that. Now, white ring to the right by the rough line with the tip of the ball guideline to go 1 green square past, being just left of the line between the dark and the bright green square row. If you're not pleased with the tip of the ball guideline, then make sure to respin the left spin, but always keep the aim point, because we're playing into a funnel. So if you're moving your aim point, you're gonna essentially move yourself either out of the funnel or just into a different position, and I don't really know if that's gonna be playing the same. Here, this is the 1 click of OP angle. We are adjusting 1-to-1 minus 2 in all winds. And we are then using 1 click of overpower in this angle, otherwise nothing, just center ball, and we're dropping this one nicely dead center for the eagle. Once again, ball guideline position is absolutely key, combined with the aim point. If you're off with those type of things, it doesn't matter how good this funnel is, you're still going to miss. So make sure to be practicing this one if you do feel that you otherwise will struggle to finding the references. Scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the link in the description down below for premium guides for this new season in Golf Clash. On hole number 5, this is a sand bump option, which is safe with grades. We're starting with the rock, level 9 at P0 max rest. For those of you that do have rock, level 8 needs to start with a power 1 ball to be at the bottom of +1. And then we are going to set the spins. It's going to be a hard 7 top spin with 1.7 right spin. Now the right spin isn't, superb, but it works very nicely. So I would recommend to go into practice and then just alternate the right spin based off if you're missing. I mean, if you're dropping, then all good. But if you are missing left, then I would add more right spin. If I'm missing right, I would reduce right spin slightly. In this wind angle, we're gonna have circle drop plus 1 click of overpower. Adjust is going to be, I'm gonna take the adjust at the end of the video here, but if we do have a more wind angle, it's more left, more crosswind, we're gonna do circle drop instead. And we are going to have the third one, which is going to be circle drop plus 1 click of right. So very simple wind angle tweak, so to speak, and this sand bump has been really good in practice. What I do, when it comes to the adjustment, all right, listen. So if you do have Thor's hammer level 8, then all good. Then you can adjust with the Thor's hammer level 8 all the way, take the shot. If you do have Thor's hammer level 6 or level 7, we want you to adjust with the rock and with the rock level 9 before you then swap to Thor's hammer. So you're gonna adjust the table that we do have in the guide with the rock level 9, and then you swap to the Thor's hammer level 6 or level 7 after that. That will make sure that we are doing the right thing. Adjustment in the low winds is 1 to 1 minus 0.1. In the mid and the high winds, 1 to 1. Super simple. Scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy for the best guys on the market. On the drive here on hole number 6, option 1, this is a left side play. Stretch out to max with rock 9 and a P5 ball, white ring to the right by the rough line. We're then setting all the top spin and 1 right spin. Then we are swapping, let's say like this, the ultimate way, which is also going to be suggested in the guide, to always start with a P5 wind 5 side spin 1 ball or side spin 1 plus ball. That will then make you obviously have the correct wind for the adjust. So then you're gonna adjust with the P5 ball, then you decide if you want to swap to a P4 or a P3 ball after you have made your adjustment. Simple wind angle tweaks here. The intention is to clip this first part of the rough, like the more darker part instead of the lighter part, and then roll up to approximately 405 yards. If you do get the longer rollout, make sure to just read the info box. It plays exactly the same in terms of how we set up our target and such. The only difference is that we're doing a slightly different adjustment. On the second shot with the standard length on our drive, we are boxing the blue ring and the red ring. So we have the blue ring where the rough meets fairway, and a red ring where the brighter rough meets the darker rough. Then we're going to apply topspin, so I have the ball guideline to go just short of the hole. And from then +4 and +5, we are going to have a custom base table where we do have in the low winds, it's 1 to 1 minus 0.1. In the mid and the high winds, it's 1 to 1. This is the blue angle. You see we have the big tree there in the background. what we can use as a reference. So if we have at the tree, it's just circle break on the power, right of the tree, circle break on the power with one click of left. And if we would be right of the tree, that would be circle break on the power and one right. Now, I have not seen that wind angle, the red one. It's just an estimation. So the slide will only have 2 wind angles to start with. Scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy for a perfect start on the new season in Golf Clash. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough for Master Division. This is a playthrough with general wins. These are not the wins that you will have in the tournament. If you are looking to improve your game even more, you can scan the QR code here on the screen or use any of the links that is in the description down below. Now we're providing ultimate tournament text guides, or we have done that in the past, but we are providing ultimate tournament text guides for every tournament that's being hosted. Also our exclusive tour shootout guides. But not just that, we are now providing seasonal packaging for individuals and clans when it comes to Quick 9, where we're doing a specific amount of Quick 9s every single season as of now. Look into that via the links that is in the description down below or via the QR code here on the screen.